It's time. I've heard on Twitter this one's gonna be good. Alright, let's go. Ooh, Peace Corporation.
It's fortunate I could make it. My divination results predicted you making a fool of yourself.
I assume she's gonna be the next
The
character
show
on the
is
banner.
about to start. Make sure you remember these words.
I've got a
You wouldn't want
sneeze.
to tarnish the Xianzhou's reputation now, would you?
Sometime in the middle of the stream.
No, Master Diviner.
After me. Fulgurant Leap.
Fulgurant Leap.
Epical Spectrum.
Apical Spectrum.
Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle.
Aurum Alley's Hustle and Bustle.
The Swarm Disaster.
The Swarm Disaster.
I'm pretty sure this is not
Audience.
how school works.
Audience.
Not bad. Make sure you recite them a few more times.
What is happening?
Master Diviner,
What is she doing?
What is it now?
how do you say this one?
High Cloud Quintet.
Is she practicing languages though? What was that?
We honor those who have passed on. We place items of the dead onto star skiffs.
Oh, it's very cool that she's the
Send
one
them out
narrating
to
it.
sail between the stars, to shine brightly among them.
Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. I must attend to some Cloud Knight matters. Farewell for now.
Are we gonna be populating a city?
Will have them all.
What's that little progression about? Ooh.
You know that I'm a descendant of the Lawfu.
Ah, he's gonna be on a
You
banner.
witnessed my secret strength as
I
my
genuinely don't
father.
know who I would pull for in Star Rail right now. None of the characters really speak
As
to
you
me.
can see, we added a few things
Okay,
to the
scroll 'em,
simulated
though.
universe.
I'd scroll him though. Scroll him and scroll
This is
him.
a big achievement.
No, Sam. Okay, we need Sam. If Sam comes out, I'm going for Sam. I need Sam. I need Sam.
Simulated universe.
Oh,
the
whoa.
Swarm Disaster.
Hey, Luca. Wait, hold on. Is it an upgrade to the universe? Oh, this one was teased before. From a snowy planet? I assume they are gonna have a story together? Ah, interesting. Ooh, Herda. I like Herda. I like that character. Hold on, no, I should be using these. Alright, at the end, remind me, log into the game, use these, okay? Log into the game and use these.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good
So,
afternoon.
we've been listening to Mr. Owlman for a while.
Welcome to the version
Owlbert
143
is not my
Celestial
favorite at this
Eyes
point.
Above Mortal Ruins special program. As always, your good buddy Albert's here to bring you all the latest intel on the upcoming version. Today, our three special guests are...
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Wiedenheft and
None
I
of these
voice
characters
Sushong.
really speak to me.
What's up, guys?
So I'm
Angelica
fine if I
Panini,
have
and
to
I
skip.
voice Sushong.
I'm
Hey
fine.
Trailblazers, I'm Nicholas Leung, and I
With
voiced
that said,
Danha.
if one of them has
Welcome,
Scrollum, I'm
welcome,
screwed.
and welcome again.
Screw me!
I gotta say,
Thank you for the
that
6 months. I
trailer
really
was
appreciate it. Thank
loaded
you.
with details on the new version. Sarah,
Okay, remind me of Nicholas
anything
later.
stand out for you?
And Ray!
Well, I'm always excited for story updates, but
Thank you
that
for
last
Prime.
segment caught my eye too. The Swarm Disaster?
I
Was
am
that it?
mainly...
It looked pretty intense.
I know. Did Herda upgrade the simulated universe again? You know, my Trailblazer senses are tingling.
It is so crazy to hear Dan Hung not actually constantly depressed. Actually hearing the voice actor is so crazy to me.
The simulated universe
Paris!
will be getting some significant
Thank you
updates
for the
in
4
version
months.
1.3.
Oh my god, people, calm down!
That's for later in the program. First, let's take a look at the new characters joining the war. First on the
Reels,
list,
thank you for the prime!
finally
Okay, people, calm down with the
revealing
prime.
his true power.
I'm not used to too
We
many primes.
have Don Hung, Imbibitor Lunae.
Lune. Alright, why does it have 3 FPS? Yeah, he's cool. Cool character, very cool.
Okay, so March wasn't bluffing. Dan Heng does have secret strength. But why would he suddenly reveal it after hiding it for so long?
Let's not forget, he did get impaled. Yeah, I think if he'd kept it under wraps any longer, he might have had trouble, staying alive. You know, desperate times, desperate measures.
I wonder where the story's gonna go to.
But
I
why
hope
the
they're gonna talk
secrecy
about the
up till
story.
then?
Because the story...
Well, to answer that question, we gotta talk about Dan Heng's previous incarnation.
Because the tofu is not my... I should also pause.
Dan
The
Feng,
tofu is not my
a member of the High
favorite
Cloud
place so
Quintet.
far.
That's right. I'm sure Trailblazers will have noticed that certain characters in the story have been referring to Dan Heng as Imbibitor Lune. But Imbibitor Lune
did
is
like,
actually a title handed down as part of the Law Fu
Built over and so on a
Vidyadhara
little
High
bit more.
Elder succession. The person they're referring to here isn't Dan Heng, but Dan Feng. Dan Feng was once
We're
the
gonna
Law
call
Fu
him Fang.
Vidyadhara High Elder. He achieved great deeds for the Xianzhou in wartime, but ultimately committed an
I mean, yeah,
unforgivable
Bellabog,
sin.
that's built over and so on. That's what I
Wait,
mean.
but if Dan Heng's still alive, then Dan Feng's sin can't have been
I
that
also like the
unforgivable, right?
first area just on
I think
Herda's ship.
someone pulled a few strings. There's only one guy in the Law
The
Fu who'd
tofu
risk
is
the
so far my
Xianzhou's reputation
least
like
favorite
that.
area.
Jing Yuan.
Is
Even
that
though
what a
it
little
had
bird
some of
told
the
you,
coolest
Albert?
moments.
I never knew owls were so gossipy.
Space Station is so
No,
good.
no, Jing Yuan's not to blame this time. The head of the Xianzhou Vidyadhara, the High Elder, possesses the power to transform into a dragon. The method of entrusting this power to the next head is a closely guarded secret, and the responsibility of each High Elder. We don't know the full story, but Dan Feng misused this method and sparked a terrible calamity. As a result, the Vidyadhara grew to hate Dan Feng, but executing him would have brought an end to the High Elder succession. They decided to use an exuviation charm, forcing him to reincarnate. Which
That's
is
an interesting
why
plot
Dan
line.
Heng is alive and well today.
The world of the Vidyadhara is complicated.
But why would Dan Feng cause so much trouble? I suspect there are a few more secrets waiting for us down the line.
I hope it's not gonna be another
The
Nahida line.
allure of the unknown.
Nahida's story was very cool.
But fear not, Trailblazers. A banquet of delicious
The only
secrets
personal
awaits
take-
you. Now, let's take a look at
I don't
how
know,
secret
Nahida-
strength Dan Heng
Nahida could
handles
have used
himself
a
on the
little bit more
battlefield.
time for the final payoff.
As an imaginary type character following the path of destruction, Dan Heng, Imbibitor Lune's specialty, is consuming multiple skill points to trigger an array of powerful abilities. Tapping the skill button enhances
skipped
the effects
Aranara?
of Imbibitor
No!
Lune's basic attack, Beneficent Lotus.
I'm
up to
nearly there.
3
I'm like
times in
10% away,
succession.
okay?
Depending on the number of enhancements, Beneficent Lotus becomes Transcendence, Divine Spear, and Fulgurant Leap, respectively. Hits per action and damage dealt increase with each enhancement. Additionally, single target damage is replaced with multiple target damage in both Divine Spear
Why is everyone
and
focusing on
Fulgurant Leap.
AoE?
In Imbibitor Lune's talent.
This is kind of crazy
righteous
because
heart.
they are always setting up the boss fights for single target DPS. But they also just give us a bunch of AoE.
Amplifies the damage he deals as the number of hits per action in the current turn increases.
Because even
Sounds
for the
like
newest
skill
boss,
point
even for
management is
Booby
gonna
Lady,
be
who has
pretty
bunch
important
of
for Imbibitor
who has
Lune's
bunch of
allies.
Well, hold that thought. When using his ultimate,
Flowers.
Imbibitor Lune deals imaginary damage to a single target and adjacent enemies, while
It's a
also
cleave.
receiving a
Okay, so
set
that's
amount of Squama Sacrosancta. Squama Sacrosancta can be used to offset
Squama
Imbibitor
Sacrosancta?
Lune's skill
Say
point
that
consumption.
5 times.
Man, Secret
Because they
Strength
once-
Dan Heng is
Squama
kind of a one-man band.
But that's not all. Imbibitor Lune's technique, Heaven Quelling Prismadraken, allows him to enter a leaping dragon state for a set time. In this state, using an attack causes Imbibitor Lune to lunge forwards a set distance and strike all enemies he comes into contact
Okay.
with. Entering battle in this way allows Imbibitor
sound a little bit
Lune
too
to
excited
acquire
talking
a
about
set
this.
amount of Squama Sacrosancta.
Squama Sacrosancta.
Such is the frightful power of the High Elder. Now that we've introduced Secret Strength Don Hung, let's move on to an old friend of ours. Master Diviner, Lady Fu
She'll be
Xuan.
old. Alright, Master Diviner. Also, just kinda okay character. To me. Then again, all the characters always get amazing in their stories. The prime example is the other Fox Lady. You know the one I'm talking about. The one I don't play even though I own her. She's amazing! But she got amazing after you play through a story. This is very cool though. What a cool animation though. What?
Her first encounter with the Trailblazers was pretty impressive.
I got Sela. I don't need another quantum.
Amid a hail of
preservation
bullets
though.
came the words.
Your every move has been foreseen.
By the Omniscia.
Okay, you gotta admit, her bullet deflection game is on point. But,
Okay.
I wonder, how'd she fare against a Star Knot, though?
Oh, yeah, I can't see her swatting one of those out of the sky.
Fu Xuan might have something to say about that.
Oh, okay.
Our hexagrammatic position is fluctuating between the Earth and water trigrams. What do we have to fear? Let us counter this menace directly with the might of the Xianzhou.
Oh, Sushang translation. Hexagram says let's do this.
You know, I think the Divination Commission would benefit from having Sushang as a translator.
Yes.
Oh, that's
The
what they were doing
Omniscia
at the
on Fu
beginning.
Xuan's forehead is a mysterious instrument that allows her to calculate her every move in advance. However, the immortal bodies of the Xianzhou natives exhibit adverse reactions to external augmentation. While the Omniscia may grant her incredible computational abilities, it also causes her pain and exhaustion.
Well, with great power, you know the rest.
That explains
Why
Fu
is
Xuan's
that not
reliance on
reflected in the
bubble tea.
character enough, though?
I heard she drinks like 10 cups of Immortal's Delight a day.
Hey, that sounds like gossip to me. What if
If
Immortal's
she's,
Delight
if she's
is just
tired and
fucking
she's
delicious?
constantly in
I
pain,
suspect it is.
I feel like the character
Though
should
I'm
reflect
sure
it a
the
little
sugar
bit.
helps. Running the Divination Commission and divining the fortunes of the Xianzhou, it's an exhausting gig.
Alright, Anjali's right. No more bubble tea gossip. By way of apology, how about I treat everyone to 10 cups of Immortal's Delight after the show?
Yes! Now we're talking.
Let's talk about bubble tea later. It's time to take a look at how the Master Diviner showcases her abilities on the battlefield. Fu Xuan is a quantum-type character, following the path of preservation. But where other path of preservation characters mainly use shields for defense,
Okay.
Fu Xuan takes a different road.
That is the dumbest icon I have ever seen. Can you tell me who approved this? Can you tell me? Can you, for the love of flipping God, who approved this? Are you being serious now? What? You didn't even notice? How? Can you tell me who approved that? Like, usually I laugh about it. I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, scrotum, haha, funny. Oh my god, though. How does this happen? And you got OTK who are afraid of Penis Rocket in their logo? Sorry, Starforge.
Precisely. After using
Yeah, I
her
think
skill,
I don't think they
Fu
should
Xuan
worry you,
activates
really.
the Matrix of Prescience, which lasts for a set number of turns.
It's the
This
eye,
allows
yeah,
Fu Xuan
sure.
to absorb some of that damage from
My
the
god.
When
Isn't
the
that
Matrix
just
of
an eye?
Prescience is
Lol.
Isn't that just an eye? Okay, where's the pupil, huh?
active, it grants the knowledge effect to
Actually,
the
you know what? No, don't add it into the icon. Don't.
entire
Don't
team,
do, you know what?
increasing
That's
characters'
probably gonna
max
make it worse.
HP and crit rate. Fu Xuan's talent offers a variety of effects. Firstly, Fu Xuan can provide a permanent
My
misfortune
God.
avoidance state, reducing
They
the
know.
damage
I know
taken
they
by the
know.
entire team. Secondly, when Fu Xuan's HP drops below a set percentage, she recovers a set percentage of HP.
POV, you're Fu Xuan's enemy.
Is her
Why are
forehead?
my attacks healing her?
No,
That's
because
not all.
her
Fu X-
forehead is fine because it has the highlight on it. And you see it's like a marble in her forehead because the highlight gives it a third dimension.
Twins' ultimate
The
deals
icon
quantum
does
damage
not
to
do
all
that.
enemies, but it also increases the frequency of her talent's HP
See,
restoration.
the highlight is what does it all.
And I almost forgot to mention, Fu Xuan's technique can grant a barrier for the whole team that lasts for a set duration. During exploration, the barrier blocks
looks pretty
all
cool,
enemy
though.
attacks,
Not gonna lie.
thereby preventing battles that would otherwise have triggered in this way.
Okay, this is pretty
Her
cool.
technique also activates the Matrix of Prescience
In her
automatically at the
defense,
start of the next
that
battle.
animations
That's
are
our
stellar.
master diviner. Reliable and determined.
My god, is
No wonder she's
an
got her
unfortunate
sights set on the
icon.
generalship. See, her style is very different to Jingyu Wen's, but being a defensive backbone for her team is equally respectable. And you won't find her guarding or playing chess on the job either.
Oh, I didn't say it.
We're moving swiftly on to our final character. It's time we introduced a young girl from Bellabog.
Bellabog, my favorite place.
Landau.
Let's go. Oh wait, it's Lando. Are they all siblings? Or is it like a family name? Is it... Are they actually siblings? Cool. This is so dumb. Very cool.
Surname ring a bell? You got it. She's the younger sister of Serval and Japard Landau.
Alright, they are
Is it
siblings.
just me, or should everyone in the overworld be taking tips from Lynx? She's the only person I've seen who's dressed for the Eternal Freeze.
Very
Like,
true.
Are the majority of Belabogians Frosters'
Be ashamed, Sela.
I think those geomarrow heaters keep the temperature relatively comfortable within the confines of the city.
Oh, so Lynx's winter gear is for venturing outside
And
the
yet
city,
they venture
right?
outside and it's
You
fine,
got it.
huh?
Lynx has always been drawn to the horizon. The centuries-old records of Yarilo VI's vibrant past, the beautiful auroras described by her teachers, the heroic tales of the Landau family.
Ah, that's the three of them
All
right
of
there.
it pertains to the world beyond the
That's the three of
city
them.
walls, what the Belabogians call the snow plains. Compared with her sister's enthusiasm and her
Barefoot
brother's
even, you're
seriousness,
so right.
Lynx is somewhat
You're so
introverted
right.
and comfortable with solitude. She often ventures out
And that's
alone into the
outside of the
perilous
city
snow
confines, by the
plains,
way.
which has allowed her to hone her wilderness survival skills.
Ooh, she's gonna be the world's smallest survival expert.
Now, she may be small,
down, people.
but she packs a punch. Let's dive right in and see just how powerful this Snow Plains Explorer really is.
Yeah, Lynx is a quantum-type character following the path of abundance, who provides a variety of
healing.
healing for her team. Her skill can restore HP to a single ally and grant them survival response for a set number of turns,
Okay, opening a
boosting
tuna.
their max HP. If an ally with survival response follows the paths of destruction or preservation, the likelihood of them being targeted by enemy attacks increases.
I kind of like the cat ears.
Increased
on,
enemy
on the hat,
aggression?
even though
Guess
it's
they're
fake.
not fans of whatever's in that tin. Can't say that I blame them.
It's a cool design.
Mama, that looks like fermented herring. Ooh, it's my favorite. You guys want to try some?
No, I'm good.
No.
Look, I don't eat any fish,
Forget
all right?
about the
That's
contents of the
Necrit
tin.
lore. I don't eat
This
fish
is
at
a useful
all,
ability.
I'll say this. Directing
I have
enemy
no input.
aggression towards characters who can take a hit is kinda genius.
Does she have any edible tricks up her sleeve?
This one looks safe for consumption. Lynx's ultimate restores health too and dispels one debuff from each ally.
That thing's huge!
I know. Yo, talk about a hard pill to swallow, huh?
Yeah.
Anyone? Sarah? No? Anjali?
See, I'm just wondering how she even fits it in her backpack.
Sometimes big
These
things
scenes
come
make
in
it so
small
hard
packages.
for anyone to react to
You know,
it.
I forgot to mention.
I'm like,
Lynx's
what do I
talent.
do?
It
What
can
do I
grant
talk
a
about?
continuous healing effect to targets of her skill and ultimate for a set number of turns. This
Alright.
effect will further restore a set amount of HP to characters with survival response. Similarly,
Talk about
her
her
technique
lore.
can also grant a continuous
I
healing
feel like
effect for a
XQC at
set
this
number
point.
of turns, but to the entire team.
That's cool.
Talk about being a reliable healer.
That's cool.
And that's our little Snow Plains Explorer.
Uh-huh.
We can all breathe a little easier with
That's
her on
cool.
the team. Well, that concludes our new
That's pretty cool,
character
though.
introduction.
Unironically.
Next up, Let's take a look at
Unironically.
the brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in version 1.3. To get us
Alright.
started,
I'm interested in
how
the
about
story.
a path of destruction light cone, brighter than the sun?
Yeah.
Is there anything brighter than the sun?
If there is, we should
I
tell
don't
him
really
Vitamin
use
Lune
many
about it.
destruction
Someone
characters.
needs
I
some
don't
vitamin
have
D.
Blade,
Hey,
which I do
come
regret a
on,
little bit.
He's looking pretty
do regret
good
a little
for
bit not
man
pulling for
suspended
Blade.
in chains. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I would like using him more than Kafka.
Fair point. Now, on to a path of preservation light
that's
cone.
cool.
Poor girl. Everything changed in an instant.
Okay, the eye is not helping, but I'm gonna
suddenly
overlook
to
it.
an
Okay?
endless reliance on
I'm gonna
bubble
overlook
tea.
it.
Oh, speaking of bubble tea, Albert, any chance we can fast track that offer? Yeah.
No. Now, during the first phase of version 1.3 in the character warp, Epical Spectrum, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Don Hung and Bibiter Lune. And in the corresponding light
That's a
cone
pretty-
event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, brighter than the sun, will be boosted.
That's fine. I'm
During the
probably,
second phase
probably
of
gonna
version
skip it, though.
1.3 in the
That's
character warp,
fine.
foreseen, foreknown, foretold,
I'm gonna
Trailblazers can obtain the
skip
limited 5-star
these.
character Fushwin,
I'm gonna
not
skip
to
these.
mention
I'm gonna plug in
the
my-
4-star character Lynx, who will also be joining the warp.
Yes.
During the corresponding light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone she already shut her eyes will be boosted.
I'm totally fine with
And that's all
I'm
she wrote
waiting for
on
scroll
light
'em.
cones and warps. But don't leave just yet now. More exciting updates are right around the corner.
this. Oh, it's me. It's just me. It's just me plugging in USBs. Okay, second code. I'll need to remember. I'll need to. Hold on. What the heck is behind it? Wait, that bug is a person. That's not a bug at all. That's a man.
Where we left off.
Hey.
In the preceding
All
story,
right.
and thanks to the collaborative efforts of Jingyuan and Don Hung, Fantilia was banished and the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was resolved. And yet, as the dust settles, easing the fears of the citizenry becomes a new priority.
Rightly so. Helping people get back to their old lives is a big part of rebuilding.
And more often than not, responding to a disaster is trickier than preventing one.
In version 1.3, the Trailblaze mission obsequies performed, a long road ahead, will reveal a glimpse of the Xianzhou's recovery efforts. We'll also be seeing the likes of 4 new companion missions. The Dragon
4 new ones, huh?
returns home, Total Recall, Farther Than the Snow Plains,
Is it
and
gonna be
Mohashle.
1.3?
In The Dragon Returns Home,
1.4,
we
and
find
then a
Don
new
Hung in the
planet?
turbulent wake of the Ambrosial Arbor
don't know how the
crisis.
patches work
He must
in
face up
Sariel.
to his past life and meet with the current Vidyadhara High Elder, Lady Bai Lu.
Meanwhile, in
Biden.
Total Recall, March 7th makes a big decision. Having witnessed the wonders of the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, she decides to ask Fu Xuan for the Matrix's help in rediscovering her past.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually think that March is the coolest character.
Farther Than the Snow Plains focuses on the youngest member of the Landau family. Lynx
who cares
returns
about
from an
Kafka?
expedition with something
March is
troubling
actually
her,
very
and her
interesting.
siblings, Serval and Japard, are at a loss to help. They decide to seek the assistance of none other than the Trailblazer.
And last but not least, Mohashle. Wildfire member and Fight Club reigning champion Luca has returned to Boulder Town. He wastes no time in inviting the Trailblazer and Zila to help him in completing a special bout of training.
Okay, I think Luca's gonna be
nice
as
cinematic
interesting. I still
read there,
like that
Albert.
character
I'm getting
visually.
goosebumps.
Luca's really cool.
Oh, those names are so intriguing. I feel like these missions will answer a lot of questions. Like, why is Bailu the current Vidyadhara High Elder? And is March 7th truly as many people suspect?
This is hardly the domain of unverified rumors. Ours is a serious program.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that
Serious?
one.
More like Bubble Tea Gossip Central.
Speaking of bubble tea, fine, I'll wait.
In our next segment, we'll be
All right,
talking
events.
version 1.3 events.
Events, I'm ready.
Exalting Sanctum's Aramali was once a hub of commerce and crowds. but has gradually fallen into obscurity over the last millennium. The blink of an eye for a long-life species. And now, as the IPC's corporate interference encroaches upon the Laofu, the people sense danger and are striving to breathe new life into old trades. In the Orem Alley's Hustle and Bustle event, trailblazers are thrown right into the action with an opportunity to influence the alley's ultimate fate.
Wait. What do we need to do exactly?
Well, shops of numerous sizes can be found in the newly reopened Orem Alley district.
All right,
By
so we are
arranging
rebuilding.
cargo shipments and planning logistics routes, trailblazers can accumulate funds. These funds can be used to progressively revamp the urban landscape of Orem Alley, helping it return to its former glory.
By achieving
This is
goals in
actually
this
cool. What
limited
the
time
heck?
event, players can earn self-modeling resin, tracks of destiny, stellar jade, and 4-star character Sushan.
Nice.
Following this limited time event,
Okay.
Orem Alley will remain in the game as a permanent mode. This mode includes rewards such as the Orem Alley themed phone
Alright, permanent
wallpaper,
mode in the same way
Ingenium Dreams.
They work with the other
What?
ones.
That's something we haven't seen before?
That's
They work
right.
with,
Phone wallpapers are a new feature being added to version
Museum.
1.3. Trailblazers can browse and replace their wallpapers using the in-game mobile menu.
So pretty.
Isn't it? All right, folks.
All right,
it's
so
time
far,
to
very
talk
cool.
about a big update to the simulated universe.
Finally.
So far, very
I thought
cool.
for a moment you might have accidentally left it out.
The cheek! How could I, your humble living servant, make you wait?
All right, the swarm
I mean,
disaster.
we're still waiting on those bubble teas, so I'm just saying.
In any case, the update is the collaborative effort of 4 genius minds. They call it Simulated Universe, the Swarm Disaster. They completed a broad spectrum of structural renovations purely to investigate the fall of an eon.
The Swarm Disaster. Sounds like it might have something to do with, what is that eon's name again? Tazy something?
Tazeroth, the Eon of Propagation.
That's the one.
propagation.
Interesting.
Ah,
What
makes
motivated
sense with
Herta
the
and her
ball
team
and
to
stuff.
research the Imperator Insectorum?
Ooh, I'll tell
makes
you.
sense.
From the story so far, we've heard that the propagation once caused a major swarm, which spread throughout the universe. This eventually caught the attention of multiple eons who united to eradicate it. This event involved more eons than any other recorded event in history, which of course makes it an excellent research subject.
So that's how it is.
In order to delve into this complicated history, Herta and her team have developed various new methods of exploration.
Look, I'm gonna see
In
scroll. I'm
Simulated
happy about that one.
Universe, the Swarm
very cool,
Disaster, the stage maps will appear in a format similar to a chessboard.
Hold on.
Trailblazers will need to navigate through randomly generated domains and tackle a variety of challenges before making it to the deepest parts of the simulation.
I'm assuming these geniuses had more
What
in
the heck
mind
is
than simply
happening?
maneuvering around.
Are
a
they
grid.
turning this into
Right, you
a
are.
roguelike as well?
In order to simulate the experiences of different Pathstriders and resonate with the eons, a brilliant mind named Steven developed the audience die
that what's
and
happening?
communing device.
Oh, audience die? Oh, come on, Albert. That's not a nice thing to say to the audience.
It feels like it's a
Die
roguelike.
as in singular for dice.
Okay.
It has to do with the eons
that's very
bestowing
cool.
random
What the
gifts
heck?
upon Pathstriders. Before progressing each turn, use the communing device to roll the audience die. This will generate special effects for the current turn. These special effects might provide our team with powerful buffs, or alter the chessboard in some way, or even create
Wait, but
further
this is part of
variables
the
for
simulated universe? This is still a simulated universe? That's so cool!
subsequent actions. The chessboard and grids are superficial.
Oh wait, no!
The
That's simulated universe event, but events are permanent, right? We're fine, we're fine.
Intent of the geniuses is to delve into the mysteries of the eons.
Right?
Each exploration will encompass 3 planes corresponding to Imperator and
If it goes
Sectorum's
away,
emergence,
I'm gonna be
expansion,
sad.
and demise. Trailblazers will encounter simulated historical events during these phases, and different responses will lead to different outcomes.
But
That wasn't you, hold on.
simulations really recreate the truth?
The official response is that due to the many historical unknowns, all potential outcomes are valuable. The data helps us infer the most probable truth.
And the unofficial response?
Madam Herta said, and I quote, "You can't prove that the past wasn't like this, can you?"
While I remember, this scene was my favorite.
Undeniably a genius.
I like that they are
Madam
reusing it.
Herta has also developed a path space for the express purpose of enhancing the resonance between trailblazers and their paths. As a trailblazer, every action you take that aligns with your path during exploration can help you to obtain path energy, leading you closer to the eons.
And what can we expect when we get closer to the eons?
Once you have sufficient path energy, you'll be able to unlock specific buffs and the chance to interact directly with the corresponding eon.
That's cool.
Thereby uncovering their part in the swarm disaster.
Okay, so
that's
we've been hearing
cool.
those words a lot, but none of this feels swarmish or disastery enough to me.
Say
that's
no
cool.
more. In the final domain of the 3rd plane of each exploration, trailblazers will encounter a brand new enemy, the Swarm True Sting. True Stings have the ability to divide and create more swarms.
All right, it's a
If not
boss.
dealt with promptly, the entire battlefield will eventually be overrun by the swarm. Sufficiently swarm.
Also, what did I forget about the propagation? Okay, remind me.
Yeah. Okay,
Because people
that's
freaked out
funny.
and I might have
Gives me
actually
the
forgotten
creeps
something
just
important.
Thinking about it.
Finally, upon clearing simulated universe, the swarm disaster, the brand new path
You
of
unlock propagation?
will be unlocked within the simulated universe.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
yeah. What a roller coaster. That's a big update, all right.
And big updates need big rewards. Take note. Aside from Stellar Jade and numerous other materials, the swarm disaster rewards
Wait,
include...
what did I forget about though? What did I actually know? A legitimate question. What did I forget about? I was banning a guy in the chat at the same time, all right? Because there was an idiot in the chat.
2 self-modeling
paying attention.
resins.
Those
During
things are
that time.
rarer than rare. Are there really 2 up for grabs?
I've
You
explained it
better
before. I don't know what
believe
though.
it. And I highly encourage Trailblazers to give it a go.
All right.
Next
Cool
up
rewards, though,
is
at
the
least.
Space Station Task Force event. Revitalizing the space station is no small undertaking.
Not really
If
important.
you want to
He's the
speed things
Eon
up,
that got a lot of other Eons killed. Is that what you're trying to say?
we'll need to enlist the help of a task
I
force
did forget
with
that.
special permissions. Watson has lined up all the assignments that require attention. Over to you, Trailblazers. During the event, by assembling
Okay,
a team
Eon's
that
Guild
meets the
task. Okay, the other
requirements
way
of
around.
specific assignments,
I did
you'll be
forget
able
that.
to earn rewards such as Stellar Jade and character experience materials.
And as the message makes clear, there will be requests and assignments every day. It's almost impossible to finish them all.
Version 1.3
Okay.
will also see the return
Almost
of Planar
impossible.
Fisher and Garden of Plenty events. During the respective events, successfully challenging the simulated universe and calyxes can earn you a set amount of double rewards. At the same time, version 1.3 will unlock 2 new stagnant shadow stages, Shape of Puppetry and Shape
Yep.
of Abomination.
Those are new,
The
both.
former will drop Suppressing Edict, Ascension
For the new
material
characters,
required
makes sense.
for
Okay,
Don
nothing
Hung
too
and
exciting,
Barbara
but sure.
Lune. The latter
Big
will drop
monkey?
Nail of the Ape, Ascension material required for Fu Xuan.
Whoa, all that too?
Oh, and I'm not done with you yet. Version
it's not that
1.3
exciting,
system
but
updates
okay, yeah,
are
yeah,
just
yeah.
as momentous. First off, after the version 1.3 update,
Wait.
the Trailblaze power cap will be raised from 180 to 240.
New reserve Trailblazer power system!
Exactly
Ah,
the amount
hail power power
generates in a
system.
day. Once Trailblaze power maxes out, a percentage of the surplus is converted into reserved Trailblaze power.
Wait.
Ah, so in other words, if you forget to log on, you won't have wasted much Trailblaze power.
But hold on, what's the difference between just increasing the cap to the... Oh.
And here's something else.
Hold on, what?
The 1.3 update will also bring changes to the friends and chat
It's a
systems,
percentage?
which include being able to sort your friends. And
I
Trailblazers
guess I'll
not
get it
currently
when it's in
accepting
use.
new friend requests can choose to disable them in settings. Icing
Okay,
on the cake,
okay,
you can
50%.
now send
is
emojis
saved. Okay.
in chats.
Oh, at last, bring on the pom-pom and March 7th emojis.
Yeah. So you're
nice.
still
Fingers
wasting
crossed
some
for
energy,
some
but it's not
authentic
as
boomer
much.
material.
And of course, we have the crowd favorite, Gift of Odyssey Chicken Rewards.
Logging in for 7 days gets
Yay!
you 10 warps. It might just be your lucky break.
Nicholas,
All right.
I admire your confidence.
Those are going
Last
to
but
work.
not least,
Scroll them.
Honkai Star Rail will also be a part of this year's Gamescom.
What else? ZZZ
Surprising
though.
updates await us. Watch this space, Trailblazers.
Yeah.
What about ZZZ, huh?
Let's roll out today's final redemption code.
Alright, I need to actually log in and use my codes. Actually need to log in and use my codes. Alright, so far so good. I am actually very excited about the simulated, because simulated universe is the most fun I have in Star Rail. I like the simulated universe the most. It's simulated universe followed by big story quests. Especially Cocolia
All
and
good
stuff.
things must come to an end, and so must today's special program. We've covered quite a bit about the 1.3 update. Any thoughts or feelings from our guests? What do you most
Codes
looking
expire in
forward
1
to?
hour? Alright,
Man,
better be
so
fast.
much to choose from, but for me, it's gotta be the characters.
Didn't this come out like
Danheng
a few
and
hours
Viger
ago
Lune,
now?
Fu Xuan, and Lynx are all special
Those
in their own
codes are
way. I just hope I get
ruthless.
lucky with the warps.
And as for me, I'm super excited about the simulated universe update. The new gameplay and story aspects sound brilliant.
Yeah. Well, since you guys
How
covered the obvious,
degenerate is it
I'll
to
go
do
for
this?
something a little different. I feel like this version's quality of life enhancements are really good. I love the Trailblaze power cap increase and the new reserve Trailblaze power feature. They may sound minor, but I think they'll make a big difference to the experience.
Oh, totally! And I'm sure the gaming experience will keep improving as the updates keep rolling. Well, that's it for the Honkai Star Rail version 1.3 special program. As always, thanks again
I
to
feel like
all
this
you
is kind of like
Trailblazers
going away
for
from like
tuning in.
Genshin 1.0.
May our paths cross again
I have heard
soon.
old
Bye,
Genshin
guys.
also
Catch
has
you later.
See you next time.
a few
Bubble tea,
degenerate
bubble tea.
features.
Fine.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I've heard original Genshin also had quite a few awful things. So far though, pretty cool. I did forget about Bug Lord, Mr. Bugman. Okay, to be fair, I'll admit I did forget about his lore. If he was mentioned by Luocha and Kafka, I did forget. You know how many names there are? I am still learning Genshin's universe, Star Rail's universe. I now had to learn Baldur's Gate universe for a video, and there is one more universe that I'm learning because I'm working on another video at the same time. God damn it, people. Lore Master, I know. My head is getting overloaded. I hope you understand. Bionicles? Dude, I really want to do Bionicles as well. But when it comes to this, very cool update. I'm looking forward to this one.